Good evening, everyone. I'm Inigo. This is Scrambled Kegs, and we are
What did you say, man?
back for some murder mysteries in Assassin's Creed Unity. For those of you who don't know, well, this is the third episode in the series, and if you don't know, Assassin's Creed Unity, they made a bunch of stuff back in the day. Rather than the usual Assassin's Creed missions where you just do some parkour, kill some people, steal some stuff, tailing missions, Ubisoft did a really good thing and they made murder mysteries a thing in Assassin's Creed Unity. And tonight, well, the first one we're going to do is the assassination of Jean-Paul Marat. And as you can see, it's a dead guy in the tub. So let's just get into this. Here's the body of Jean-Paul Marat. He's slumped in a bath with a small single puncture wound above the clavicle. So I think that's the breastbone, or like the chest. His skin is mottled with pus-filled sores. So yeah. No, don't contaminate with the crime scene with some. Yeah, there we go. That's the zoom. Yeah, don't contaminate the crime scene with some smoke bombs. Yeah, that's the puncture wound right there, above the pec, above the chest. Okay, Marat's house, list of Girondin traitors. So Jacobins and Girondins, French Revolution stuff. Yeah, they hate each other. Okay, so it's likely political. Next, Marat's house, bloody knife, a large kitchen knife. The maker's mark is that of a nearby shop, 5 Rue, whatever that street's name is. A witness. No, it's a guy. Yeah, let's
show some
just
courtesy. I must perfectly capture the death of such a hero to the people. I need to focus.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this guy, this painting is a big deal in history. By the way, this is how it works. If this is the first time you're watching this, you can just, so you have a bunch of clues. You're not like handheld on anything, and yeah, you encounter a bunch of people and you figure out who did it. And if you wanted to, you can accuse this guy right here, right now, which would be funny, but we're not going to do that for this one at least. Okay, Marat's house, empty bottle of tonic. An empty bottle of tonic from an apothecary named Gregoire Brissot. Okay. There's another clue here. The friend of the people. So a copy of Marat's self-published newspaper, Friend of the People. In it, he accuses the Perrault family of supporting the monarchy, the scientist Antoine Lavoisier of selling gunpowder outside of France, and accuses the Girondins of being too lenient in their views of reform. So, some backstory: the Jacobins and the Girondins were two of the factions in the French Revolutionary period where, yeah, they had different goals basically. Again, I mean, not like an expert in French history, but yeah, playing this game you learn those factions, and right here is some motive. So Marat, the guy who died, accuses the Perrault family of supporting the monarchy. So clearly this was a time when the monarchy and the nobility were getting chopped off, their heads chopped off. So if you're making accusations, that was pretty serious, and so that's motive. What else? And again, like, figuring out which where the clues are isn't really that difficult, because they're in Eagle Vision. So okay. Last clue, letter from Charlotte Corday. Providence gives me truth, Providence gives you justice, Providence gives me sanctuary, in Providence there's peace for this life or the next. Okay, so whatever cryptic shit that is, we're done in this house. Okay, people, what you got to say?
Why have we been forsaken? He was a true revolutionary.
They rounded up suspects and took them to Saint-Germain prison by the gendarmes. They're lucky if they survive the trip.
I've seen so many women coming in and out of that house, you'd think he was running a brothel.
Okay, so the Charlotte girl might be a bit sus. Okay, I think we have at least 2 addresses here. No, not that. An apothecary and some other place. I think the butcher shop, or like the knife shop, and the gendarmerie where suspects were rounded up. Okay, I think this is the blacksmith shop. Yeah, selling knives, daggers,
A
and
woman
swords.
came in here last week and bought that knife. That ebony handle makes it one of my most expensive, but she didn't care about price. She asked about the address of some hotel. I'd never heard of it, though.
Okay, so someone who bought the knife that Marat was stabbed with, preloaded. Merchant stall, Providence, hotel handbill. Travelers come stay at the convenient hotel Providence. Clean linens. Okay, so that's another location. Where's the next one? So we started out here. Okay, let's get to this one first. Before we go branch out. Okay, just one clue. Statement from this guy.
Marat was one of my patients. I was treating a horrible skin condition he developed while hiding in the sewers. I'll write you the address if you think you might find something there that'll lead to the swine who did this. Marat spoke often of how he might be made a sacrifice for his people. His prophecy is fulfilled.
Okay, don't know what to make of that just yet. Where do we go? Yeah, this one's near enough. Okay, Templars on the way. Murder time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was wondering where he went. Okay, 2 clues. 1. Letter from Simone Evrard. Yeah, I know I'm reviewing this, you know, the murder mystery case files. If you would get the hell out of my way. Okay, letter from Simone. This game is gonna do this again, isn't it? Okay, Jean-Paul, I cannot. You know what? Clue number 1 is a letter over here, and then clue number 2 is a dead guy over here. Now, there we go. Letter from Simone Evrard. The writing is almost illegible. Jean-Paul, I cannot bear another day without you, my love. How long must you be hidden from me? Your love, Simone. Okay, so I think I know what happened. I think he's got hella bitches, and bitches found out about the other bitches and stabbed him. Corpse, the body of a young man beaten with a blunt object to the back of the head. He's clutching a wedding ring. Right. Okay, so we visited 5 of the 8 locations, onto the 6th.
What do you want? Talk.
You're welcome. Nice, okay. What do we have here? Hotel. Plutarch's Parallel Lives. Called it. He's getting hella bitches on the side. Okay, what else here? Letter from Charlotte Corday. Okay, yeah, that's I am pretty sure that's gonna be that's gonna be our suspect. She did say about something about Providence, like that letter she had in the location. Let's actually read it in detail. Okay, hotel. Letter from Charlotte Corday. So when we visited the knife maker, he said 2 things. 1, well, there was a girl and she didn't care about the money and she stayed at the hotel. So that says that she's loaded, and this was likely her. Charlotte was the one who visited that, who bought the knife, and she stayed here. So her letter says, a letter written by Charlotte Corday addressed to the citizens of France, addressed to the French, the friends of law and of peace. How all miserable Frenchmen will be placed with disorder, division, blah blah blah, factious men, wicked men, blah blah blah, by crime and oppression. Yeah, I'm not reading all of this. My relations and friends ought not to be disquieted. No person knew of my intention to annex my... Okay, so she's a revolutionary. An insane one at that. Yeah, this was a thing in Revolutionary France. Like, obviously, you know, you depose a king of that stature, and power vacuum's gonna come in, and lots of people are gonna be, you know, lots of crazy people just gonna step in. And this seems like, yeah, this seems like it's the case. Especially with, what's her name? Charlotte Corday. I'm not sure if she's a historical figure, but it seems like, well, first of all, if she wrote all of that, which she probably did, educated from the elites, or like educated middle class, and loaded with coming from some privilege, so make of that what you will. Next location. Okay, so I think it's the prison, and then we're gonna get our final location from there. But I'm gonna be honest, I really think it's Charlotte Corday. I mean, it's her knife, right? She paid for the knife. She was in that crime scene. She had the letter in the crime scene, and also in that hotel where she's and also, like, it sounds like because of the Girondist, and again, I'm not sure if Charlotte is a Girondist, but because there's a list of like the Girondist names right next to Marat's dead body, and this is all like political, ideologically linked, it seems like. And I know I've played this before, but I barely remember any of these things. Like last episode, the Scottish guy, yeah, I vaguely remembered that one because it was so just striking. This one, one of the forgettable ones. Okay, we might not be allowed here. Some motherfuckers might die. Okay, suspects.
He was so obsessed with the revolution he spent all our money on it. I hardly got the attention I deserved. I suppose he died how he wanted. A martyr.
Yep, called it, mistress.
I'd be lying if I said I was heartbroken. Jean-Paul drove my lover away. So overprotective. And with all the enemies he's made in Paris, I was living in constant terror.
I did it. The bastard deserved it. He got my father killed. My father was no traitor. That filthy scum Marat was.
Guessing you're Charlotte?
You'll find the proof it's me soon enough. I just wanted his death to send fear into the hearts of Marat's believers for as long as I could.
Okay, so she is a Girondist, so...
Too much bloody snuff, old Warren.
yeah, like one of the revolutionary factions.
I was sent to his house to kill him, but the job was finished by the time I got there. With what Marat was publishing, it was either him or us. I don't recognize that list of names as Girondins, but you could ask some of our leaders. I'll write you an address. Go there and show the list.
Okay. The plot thickens. Yeah. Where to? So we have 3 people who admitted that, well, 2 people who admitted, or who claim that they were gonna kill Marat. 1 person admitted they were gonna kill him, but like someone else beat them to it. Well, actually, like everyone wanted him dead except A, his mistress, and B, his sister. So that's literally 3 suspects. Yeah, Albertine, the sister, probably not. Charlotte Corday, probably. Jasper LaSalle seems eager to claim. They claim to Marat's death. Looks like Marat shamed his father in a newspaper article, which is understandable. Simone Evrard, his wife. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take it past her to, like, want to kill her husband. Theron Brignac, yeah. Sent to kill Marat by the Girondist, but the job was already done. Does not recognize the list of Girondin traitors, but told me to go to that location and show the list to the leaders. So that's where we're going, and we're gonna get some answers. Because this is, I mean, it's looking like multiple levels of framing at this point. Okay, Girondis, do you have to say?
I don't recognize that list of names either. But it's quite the coincidence that the first letters of those names spell the word Providence.
Yeah, it's 100% Charlotte. It's fucking Providence, Providence, Providence. Oh, look at that. Providence. Okay, I take that back. That last bit was one bit of hand-holding, but, you know, you could have figured that out by yourself. Just saying. Yeah, this is, before I actually start accusing again, you know what, I'm gonna hear out everyone. So this guy...
I was sent to his house to kill him, but the job was finished by the time I got there.
Probably not.
He was so obsessed with the revolution he spent all our money on it. I hardly got the attention...
Probably not. The sister.
I'd be lying if I said I was heartbroken. Jean-Paul drove my lover away. So overprotective. And with all the enemies he's made in Paris, I was living in constant terror.
Yeah, probably not either. This one...
I did it. The bastard deserved it. He got my father killed. My father was no traitor. That filthy scum Marat was.
Well, besides looking like Thomas Hickey from Assassin's Creed 3, I think this guy is pretty innocent. It's... Yeah, what's your name again? Jasper LaSalle. And you, what's your excuse?
You'll find the proof it's me soon enough. I just wanted his death to send fear into the hearts of Marat's believers for as long as I could. I killed one man to save 100,000. There is no turning back.
Yeah, this is quite underwhelming for a start.
Soon I shall accept the embrace of Madame Guillotine, a humble offering to the citizens of France.
But at least you'll shut the fuck up from now on. Yeah, guy didn't even wake up.
Can't say I'm surprised about Citizen Marat. The man had plenty of enemies. I'm surprised he lasted this long. Go ahead and pick a weapon.
Now, shady characters mixed up in this one, eh?
That's what I expected.
Okay, next one. Hopefully, well, we're gonna clear this out. Hopefully, Hot Chocolate to Die For is gonna be a lot more fun. Because it's a dinner party murder, and it's pretty near-ish. I mean, in real life, this would be like... It wouldn't be far, but it wouldn't be... People would bitch about this, like 100%. Like walking to this location. And we're here. Dead lady. Solve the dinner party murder? Let's go. Well, ain't that... Those faces do not match. Okay, woman Valerie Duclos in her 40s, extremely well dressed in the old fashion of the monarchy, face contorted into a horrible expression, no indication of physical violence. Either it's a stroke, a heart attack, or poison. What's this? Garden overturned cup. Porcelain cup with Japanese style design appears to have held hot chocolate. Okay, yeah, that's likely poison.
What are you doing here? This is a private tragedy.
I'm solving your murder mystery, madam.
If you must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister, Valérie Duclos. I refuse to believe that Georges poisoned her, even after what she said. Valérie and I were quite close, but I must say, she was simply dreadful the entire evening, drinking too much, insulting everyone. The worst was when she announced she planned to denounce Georges to the Committee of Public Safety.
Well, besides the whole Karen stuff at the end, that was pretty base. Like, drinking too much, fighting everyone. That's a good time, dude. Okay, what kind of plant do you have? A maintained garden with various flowers, foxgloves, belladonna, and others that are fatal when ingested. Yeah, this is some. During this time, this is like rich people hobbies. Like, I know in England there's this poison garden where all of the poisonous plants live, and it was a hobby of like, well, not at this period, but like someone at the Victorian era. Yeah, this is just poisonous because I mean the flowers are pretty cool. So this is what they did. Yeah, rich people shit. And more importantly, rich people during the French Revolution type shit. Garden ring. A woman's ring discarded in shrubbery. Upon close inspection, one pearl is revealed to be a removable stopper for a tiny hidden vial. The vial is empty save for a drop of a sticky, clear, odorless liquid. So, yeah. Poison. This was the delivery tool, and whoever wore this ring, and I wouldn't even say like feminine, because guys used to wear powdered wigs and makeup and high heels at this point, so I wouldn't put it past a man to do it, but yeah. 1 out of 5 locations done.
I'm so sorry, Pierre.
She was difficult, Georges, but she was my mother.
I promised your father I'd watch over your family, and look how I failed.
Okay, so George, I'm guessing, is the manservant. This guy is the son, or whoever. Yeah, victim's son. You first.
Yes, she threatened me. She made baseless threats at every dinner party. But she was getting angrier and angrier, so I repaired to the terrace with my brandy. On my way back down, I encountered Amélie. She sent me out to the garden to calm her sister with some hot chocolate.
So, if he did give out the hot chocolate, he probably didn't know that it was poison. So that was Amélie, the sister? Okay. Yeah, this Amélie, the sister, was mentioned by that other guy. Now this guy, let's just move so threateningly close and then ask you, Mr. Pierre.
My mother was often difficult, and she was particularly nasty this evening. I suspect it had to do with a letter she received earlier in the day. In any case, she became angrier and angrier until she finally stormed out into the garden. I told Lucille to take her a calming cup of hot chocolate, but Aunt Amélie, fearing Lucille would upset Mother even further, took the cup away. Mother's always been unhappy that I inherited most of Father's wealth, and she often accused Lucille of wanting only my money. But that's all over now, isn't it? Lucille and I can marry at last.
Hold on.
Mother's always been unhappy that I inherited most of Father's wealth, and she often accused Lucille of wanting only my money. But that's all over now, isn't it? Lucille and I can marry at last.
No. You said something at the start.
I suspect it had to do with the letter she received earlier in the day. In any case, she became angrier and angrier until she finally stormed out into the garden.
This lady, Amélie, his sister, told this guy to bring out the hot chocolate. So it was... Yeah, this guy's idea was hot chocolate. This guy was the one who did it, who gave it to her, who put the poison in. I'm guessing it was you. But no conclusions yet. Dining room, letter to Pierre, and note apparently to Pierre from his mother Valerie on the table. My son, I write to caution and admonish you as to your conduct. I appreciate that since the death of your father you have enjoyed considerable financial freedoms. You this foolishly generous bequest as regards your... Yeah, this is rich people shit. Your aunt Amélie recently discovered a document that makes it quite clear that it is I that should have obtained control of my family's fortune upon the death of your father. Despite the ludicrous claims of your doddering executor who squanders our money in his foolish business dealings in the Orient, you simply must quell your extravagances, especially in regards to the vulture-like woman you consort with, in view of the fact that I will shortly obtain control of the entire inheritance. Whatever debts you have incurred will thereupon be yours and yours only. Don't delude yourself that Amélie will come to your rescue. Despite the fact that you have been foolishly generous to her, the money comes to me. She will have a small maintenance and can continue to wear mother's worthless jewelry. She does not understand the value of money unless The less of it, the better for her. Yeah, this is rich people shit. In a dinner murder mystery? Fighting for wealth? I love it. Dining room silver pot, ornate silver pot, and tray with 4 porcelain cups, each bears a Japanese style design. 1 cup full of cold cocoa, the others contain dregs. That's not Japanese. I mean, maybe this teapot's Japanese, but that cup's not Japanese. Okay, we're not done yet. Yeah, there's 4 out of 5. That's the one. Snuff box. An elegant Japanese snuff box inscribed with the names G. Villiers Segonzac. So this guy is Pierre. Yeah. This is George. Family friend. Snuff box. What is a snuff box? Oh yeah, tobacco. Not cocaine. Okay, 4 clues. 1, 2, 3, and 1 other. Okay. Yeah, 4 over there. Commonplace book, an old book bearing the name La Rosanne on the inside cover. A marked passage reads, I obtained this recipe from a close friend who in turn obtained it. Relation from Italian gentleman proving its authenticity. It produces a liquid devoid of color, smell, or taste that demonstrates the desired result within the mere minutes. Many have sought the secret I am about to divulge, guarded well. Passage continues with an involved process in which arsenic, belladonna leaves, and lead powder are introduced to form a clear, odorless liquid, the poison. There are marginal notes made in several hands in faded ink. Now, I'm wondering, I obtained this recipe from a close friend who in turn obtained it from a relation, who obtained it from an Italian gentleman. Liquid. Now, I was thinking like could be the poison that Ezio had, but that was green in like the old game. So, the safe contains an ancient document, has been thrown loosely on top of many others. My mother, through her business, amassed a considerable personal fortune before her death, which she left entirely to me, her eldest daughter, to honor her. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the girl who died, lady who died. To honor her, I declare a legacy to be passed to the eldest surviving female of my living born of the name on Vosin. My wealth is held in trust, with the income benefiting from my heir directly. As one heir dies, it passes to the eldest daughter, if none her eldest sister, if none her eldest female relation. In addition, the heir must take ownership of my mother's commonplace book and her collection of glass rings and necklaces, the judicious use of which is essential to the success of the enterprise. Indeed, what these acts represent, declare these to be my wishes upon my death, Marguerite Vosin. 1692, so about 100 years. This is like the grandmother, which I think Pierre touched on, where the mother doesn't like his fiance to wear like mother's jewelry. Notable events in Paris society, volume 9. A page is marked detailing the La Voisin poisonings of the previous century. It seems one Catherine de La Voisin and her daughter Marguerite La Voisin were involved. So okay, so it's in the family. It's poisoning people. It's a family thing, it seems. Again, rich people shit. A crumpled letter found in the floor. It appears to be from a legal firm. Dear Madame Duclos, I myself was witness to the signing of your late husband's last will and testament only a few months before his death. He left the sum to be managed by his friend Georges Villiers Segonzac. With the bulk of the estate to go to your son Pierre, we discussed the matter over cognac, and he seemed most reasonable. I would thank you to not call into question my thoroughness and professionalism. Neither your husband nor M. Villiers Segonzac disclose the document you have brought to light. Prefer to think they were unaware of its existence. Regardless, the document appears to be genuine and gives you an undisputable claim to the assets. There is, however, one obstacle to your stated desire to take immediate effect and direct control of the inheritance. The law dictates that women may not manage their own financial affairs, which is true, or at the time it was true. Therefore, M. Georges Villiers Segonzac continues to hold complete authority over the entire fortune, despite the fact that the assets have always belonged directly to you and never to your husband. As long as Julia Segasaka is active, your husband's will dictates that he and not yourself stands as the one who controls the fortune. Please accept your most sincere regards and esteem, Maxime Sikoti. Okay. As long as M. Villiers Segonsac, aka George, is active, your husband's will dictates that he and not yourself stands as the one who controls fortune. No conclusions yet, but what I'm looking for is who actually controls the will. Because it seems like, yeah, at least from this book right here, Paris Society, and this other book over here that just, there we go, dated 1692. So on the one hand, there's this family with a matrilinear line of succession of wealth, nailed it. And on the other hand, there's this guy who said, hey, my son gets everything. So there probably wasn't any malice involved, or just didn't know what the hell money works, or how the hell money works. We have nothing there. Let's check the downstairs. Kitchen. Okay, so there's 1, 2, okay, 3 clues. 1 suspect. Let's start with this one. This is where they make chocolate. Large earthenware jug, remains of a thick cocoa paste, also a jar containing finely milled cocoa powder along with an empty milk jug and an urn of sugar. So, nothing too suspicious here. This is how you make chocolate. Is that a snake? No, that's just rope. Mortar and pestle, a large stone pestle mortar used for the crushing of herbs from the garden. Okay. And
Never liked her. Never. Even when her husband, rest his soul, was alive. He was a true gentleman, he was. Mr. George was his friend. Used to come by for meals and eat. Pity he'll be getting the chop. But Madame spent her day lording it over poor Miss Amélie and yelling at Master Pierre. Who knows what Miss'll do now? Not having a penny to her name and not likely to find a husband at her age.
okay, let's actually like literally step outside, because I think that's all locations. No, that's 4 out of 5. Where's the 5th? There's 1 at the kitchen, 2 up top, 3 at the courtyard, and 4 in the balcony. Yeah, I was wondering where Lucille, the love interest of Pierre Duclos, was. But yeah, it's just 1 more clue.
We got along very well. Oh, she was a bit concerned about her son being younger than me, I suppose. But I've known her since before her husband died. Poor man took ill and asphyxiated. Shame. He did manage to put Georges in charge of the family finances. My, that made Valérie furious. Very amusing. Tonight she seemed especially angry. She's never threatened Georges with execution before. Oh well, takes all kinds.
So Pierre was Hag Maxing. Because, and I'm not just saying because of like the model of the face, and good job by the way, Ubisoft, but yeah. She says she knows the dead girl from before, right? Okay, let's hear your statement again, miss.
If you must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister, Valérie Duclos. I refuse to believe that Georges poisoned her, even after what she said.
Someone did. Okay. Face value. It's this maid clearly hates her fucking guts. Okay, this maid clearly says hates her fucking guts. This one's completely oblivious. Okay. Over the rundown. What was the rundown of events? Let's consult the database. Okay, here's the dining room stuff. Statement of Georges Villiers-Sigurnac. Admits having been threatened by the victim. Claims this was not unusual. Amélie handed him the hot chocolate to take to Valerie. Valerie died shortly after. Took pains to call Lucille a schemer. Yeah, see, that's the interesting part. Pierre Duclos, victim's son, young man, carries himself with assurance, risky dress, blah blah blah. Claims he gave Lucille a cup to take to Valerie. But Amélie interrupted and took the cup away. Who the hell is Amélie? Amélie is the sister. Claims he gave Lucille a cup to take to Valerie. Amélie interrupted and took the cup away. Ostensibly because Lucille's presence would not only further anger Valerie, but he is now free to marry Lucille. Okay, Lucille, age approximately 38, so 40s. The mom is 40s, this is 38. Claims cordial relations with the victim, despite victim's concern about age difference between herself and Pierre, victim's son. Victim's husband died of asphyxiation some months ago. Victim's husband put George in charge of the family finances, so obviously mistrusting people in the house. Claims victim very unhappy about the arrangement. Noted that victim was especially angry this evening and never threatened George so direly before. Extremely well dressed in the old fashion of the monarchy, face contorted into a expression. Face contorted into a horrible expression, no indication of physical violence. Okay, it's clear that at a certain point, okay, there was chocolate. Well, this lady got mad. Chocolate was ordered to be given to her. It exchanged hands. Somewhere along those exchange of hands, poison was added. Pierre, Pierre's just not, for me, it's not Pierre and it's not George. Because George was trusted by the late father, like the husband, but he also died under mysterious circumstances, like asphyxiated. In this family, they know a lot about poisons. Like they're known, or like maybe it's an open secret, but they're known to mess with poisons. So okay, claims he gave Lucille a cup to take to Valerie. Amélie interrupted and took the cup away. So Pierre to Lucille, Lucille to Amélie. What does George say? Amélie handed him the hot chocolate to take to Valerie. Valerie died shortly after. Took pains to call Lucille a schemer. So it's Pierre, Lucille, Lucille, Amélie, Amélie, George, George. Wait, let's do it one more time. Let's do it right. Pierre to Lucille, Lucille to Amélie, the sister, Pierre's aunt, Amélie to George, and George to the victim. Now this is the interesting part. Yeah, this is at face value gold digging horror, right? You'd think it's Lucille. It's not Lucille. It's not Lucille. It's Amélie, because this family, they pass down their jewelry and their wealth to the female line in the family, basically. So this is likely, but then again, Valerie did complain about Lucille. Yeah, Valerie did complain about Lucille wearing the jewelry, or like threatening or being worried about wearing the jewelry. But I'm gonna go, yeah, my first choice is gonna be Amélie, the sister. Yeah, because the wealth, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much motivation. She's the younger sister. The ruling that the late husband in his will is pretty much void and null. And yeah, Lucille said something. Hold on, let's see if she'll actually say that again.
Tonight she seemed especially angry. She's never threatened Georges with execution before. Oh well, takes all kinds.
Yeah, she said something about someone not having like, marriage prospects because she's old, and this one's she's the Vic is in her 40s, and this is older than this one. Yeah, this is enough motivation to like secure the bag. You know what I mean?
If you must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister, Valerie Duclos. I refuse to believe that Georges poisoned her, even after what she said. Damn you! Interfering where you're not wanted. Valerie didn't deserve that money. I did much more for the honor of the family. She was nothing but a vile, hectoring drunk.
Based. Very based. And called it. Yes, this is why this game is fun.
You. If I were you, I'd be careful what I drank.
Yeah, this game is fun. Like seriously, Assassin's Creed murder mysteries. Just Ubisoft, just make more of these. Literally, just do that. Print money, bro. Print money.
I love a hot chocolate myself. I believe I'll have one now. Meanwhile, see if there's something you want.
Heavy-hilted sword. Okay.
I've been robbed! Faith! Faith! Someone stop him! That's mine! Oh, of course not.
I mean, you guys do you. Anyways, yeah, we're back at the hideout. That's just Notre Dame right there. Yeah, that's 2 murder mysteries solved. Flawless victory. No false accusations. And yeah, this is why it's fun. I mean, the first one, not so fun. The first one with Marat, pretty obvious who did it. But this one, yeah. Like the whodunit part and, oh wait, have money. Hold on. Yeah, it's... I mean, I really like these murder mysteries because it rewards you for paying attention, and I mean, these are just so fun, at least for me. So if you've been enjoying that, don't keep crouching. Arno, like and subscribe, really appreciate it, really helps the channel. And yeah, this has been the murder mysteries of Assassin's Creed Unity. Thank you very much for watching. Again, like and subscribe, and check out my other videos, and also the first parts of this series if you haven't checked that out yet. We have more coming in the way. I think we have about 2 or 3 more of these episodes. Yeah, we have 6 more of these murder mysteries, which again, I've played these before, but I don't really remember any of these, so like some vaguely, but yeah, this is not, I have no idea what these are, but ramping up the difficulty, so we have 6 more here and 2 more in the Dead Kings DLC, so hope you stick around for that. So yeah, hope you stick along for that. I'm Inigo, this is Scrambled Kegs, and signing off for now. Bye.